O bakit? Na paano ka?
Alam mo na ba ang balita tungkol kay Trina? Ayun, 1 month na siyang delayed.
Shucks! Ang bata pa ni Trina. 14 pa lang, magiging nanay na.
Ay nako, sinabi mo pa. At hindi lang yun, may STD pa siya ngayon.
Ha? Saan naman niya nakuha yun?
Eh di malamang kay Josh. Siya pa lang naman ang first niya eh. Si Josh, nakailang girlfriend na.
Ay, nako. Itong si Josh talaga, oh.
Kaya nga eh. Ay, ewan ko ba. Ayaw kong matulad kay Trina.
Oo nga, ako din. Ayaw ko magiging batang tatay. Mahirap na. Wala akong ipapakain sa anak ko.
Basta ako, mag-aaral ako mabuti. At sisiguruhin kong makakatapos ako. Ayaw ko na magling buhay.
Ako rin. May pangarap kaya ako sa buhay. Kaya mga kabataan, huwag nating kalimutan na pag-aaral ay para sa hinaharap. Huwag ipagpalit sa sandaling sarap.
This campaign ad is brought to you by
DZCC 1026 kHz Mega Manila.
Good evening everyone. Good evening Metro Manila. Welcome to our show, Tinig para sa Kabataan. I am your host, Christine, and tonight's topic is about adolescent sexuality. Our resource person is from Commission on Population. She's an expert on adolescent health and youth development programs. Welcome to our show, Miss Odette Nacionales.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Today's Filipino youth are more liberated and aggressive. They have changing attitudes and values, have earlier sexual maturity. All of this redefine the problems associated with adolescent sexuality. Miss O,
Yes,
Hello.
Christine.
how would you define sexuality and how does it differ from sex?
Okay, sexuality and sex. Actually, sexuality is more complex than sex. Sex is just one of the components of sexuality. Sexuality, in layman's terms, siguro I can say that it is the totality of our personhood. Like the way we behave, the way we think, whether it's good or bad, our values, our feelings and emotions, like how we, kung paano natin ina-express yung sexuality. Yun yung totality niya. Kasama na rin doon yung relationship natin with other people and with God. So, may spirituality aspect din. Kaya, masasabi talaga natin na very complex siya at ito talaga yung kabuuan ng personality ng tao. And if I may still continue,
Yes.
5 kasi yung elements or components ng sexuality. Unang-una, sex. Kasi sinabi ko, maliit lang ang sex kumpara mo sa sexuality. Kasi isa siya dun sa 5 components ng sexuality. Yung sex kasi, yun yung biological nature ng tao, yung pagiging babae or pagiging lalaki. Ang pangalawang component is yung sexual orientation. It is yung mga homosexuals, straight or heterosexuals, and bisexuals. So, another component, pangalawa. Pangatlo, sexual identity. Sa mga adults, actually, yung sexual identity, yun yung expression nila ng kanilang sexual nature. Yun doon yung mga intimacies, relationship, yun yung sa mag-asawa. Pero sa mga adolescents, since wala pa talaga yung sexual identity, especially yung mga nasa early stage, yun yung body image nila. Parang doon nagsisimula yung sexual identity nila yung minsan kaya ang nangyayari very conscious sila na minsan chubby sila, they thought very fat sila. Yung body image. Kaya sa adolescents, tinututukan natin na wag sila magkaroon ng poor self-image. So, ganun siya. So, isang component yun, sexual identity and body image sa adolescents. Pagka-adults na, medyo more on sexual identity. Tapos yung, did I already say gender identity?
Yes.
I said already?
Yes.
Okay. Yung last, pang-apat ba? Sex, sexual orientation,
Identity.
sexual identity or body image sa adolescents, gender identity,
I see.
femininity and masculinity. Alam naman natin yung gender, yung dinikta ng lipunan,
Yes,
cultural,
okay.
yung mga stereotypings and everything. Yung last na component, it cuts across the four. Kasi yun yung ating feelings, values, and attitudes. Like,
emotions.
oo, yun, mga feelings and emotions. Kasali na yun nga, yung relationship natin with God. Kasi yung values natin, may values tayo dun sa ating pagiging babae o lalaki, values natin sa ating, yung ganun. Parang it cuts across the four.
Yes.
So, lima yung components niya. Kaya I can say that sex is just as one component and sexuality is the totality of the personhood.
I see. So, kanina, Miss O, sabi ko, Filipino youth are more liberated, no?
Totoo yan.
Are there indications that we should be concerned about the sexual behavior of youth?
Actually, because siguro of this Gen Text generation, that mass media, very accessible sila. And very expansive yung
Open kasi.
Oo, diba? Parang napaka-free yung ating ngayon. So, adults, parents like me and other adults, mga youth service providers and other significant adults talaga, dapat maging concerned tayo. So, I think we should go back to the value system. Like, kung deeply rooted talaga yung values ng kabataan na tungkol sa kanilang sa pag-iingat sa sarili, sa consequences of mga high-risk behavior. Dapat ganon. Kasi hindi lahat ng nakikita nila sa TV educational.
Yes.
Hindi lahat ng nababasa sa internet. These are all information, but you know. But may mga napaka-importante na i-instill talaga sila natin sa kanila yung values.
So, Miss O, what factors could have contributed to this rise in sexual activity?
Okay. Siguro para sa easy recall ng mga... Actually, sumusulat kami ng mga modules on this sexuality, adolescent, sexual, and reproductive health. So, ginagawa namin yan na talaga interactive at very educational sa adolescents. Actually, yung threats confronting adolescents, there are consequences. Yung tanong mo kanina, ano kaya yung mga causes or factors which contribute to too early sexual involvement ng mga kabataan. So, i-cluster natin siya sa word na desire. Desire is in Tagalog, pagnanasa.
Pagnanasa.
But this acronym, or we call it in training mnemonics. Have you heard that word?
Yes,
Mnemonics.
Easy to
Easy recall. Okay. So the word desire, first factor why young people are engaging in premarital sex at a very young age. They have the desire to be in, cool, be accepted and popular, because they have this wrong notion that everyone is already doing it.
True.
That's number one.
Yes.
Akala nila hindi na usang virginity. Sa training sinasabi nila, in pa rin ang virgins. Pero pag nga hindi nila alam, nakikinig sila sa mga friends, akala nila everyone is doing it. That's the first influence or factor. Second is yung exploration and experimentation. Because adolescents at this yung stage na to talaga, very curious ang mga yan. At yung curiosity nila, pinaka-malakas dun sa aspeto ng sex. So, sa training na naman sinasabi namin, okay, it's natural and normal that you are curious, but you don't need to explore.
So, do it.
They don't need to test the limits. They don't need to do it. So, sa training sinasabi. So, number 2, yung exploration, experimentation. Number 3, yung letter S, yung social and peer pressure.
Naku, yes.
Yung social, yung media. Yung media. And peer pressure. Kapag nagkaroon ng mga kaibigan niya na talagang very liberated and okay, do it, it's 7, something like that. So, nai-influence sila. Letter S. Letter I is yung inaccurate, inadequate knowledge. Sabi nila, kapag minsan lang ginawa, hindi mabubuntis. Okay, kapag hindi nag-enjoy, hindi mabubuntis. Hindi nila alam, mali yun. So, inaccurate and inadequate knowledge. So, ang letter R naman is yung romanticism. Alam mo naman, yung mga kabataan natin ngayon, hopeless romantic sila, di ba? So, normally, ang nangyayari sa romanticism, ay sasabihin ng boyfriend sa kanyang girlfriend, patunayan ng mahal mo ako, let's go somewhere and, we'll do it. So, sabi namin sa mga kabataan, huwag silang magpadala sa bugso ng damdamin. Kasi talagang, it's really not Pero yun ang isang factor. Then the last is letter E. Yun naman, ito na yun. Escape from problem or troubled families. Like, di ba, there are families na maraming anak, tapos minsan yung panganay na babae, siya yung parang nag-aalaga ng mga kapatid niya. Dahil the parents, they have to go out and work. So, akala nitong anak, lagi na lang ganito yung buhay ko, ang hirap. So, wala na akong patutunguhan, might as well, mag-elope na lang ako sa aking boyfriend. So, hindi alam nitong escape, di ba? Umi-escape siya dun sa troubled and difficult family situation. But, maybe, she or he, they do not know na they are creating another difficult situation. So, ini-explain namin sa mga adolescent, yung desire na yan. Diba? Easy recall siya. Na sana tandaan nila yan because ito yung mga factors na dapat na maiwasan nila. Kasi ito yung nag-i-impluwensya kaya sila nagkakaroon ng early engagement to sex.
Yes.
Yan.
So, dun naman sa, tayo, sa mga dangers naman.
Yan. So, syempre, kaakibat ng mga factors na nag-i-impluwensya o pupo sa mga kabataan to engage in premarital sex at a very young age. May mga dangers yan. Ang tawag natin yan, consequences. Yung resulta ng kanilang ginawa. So, ito naman consequences. Sabi namin, the consequences of too early sexual involvement could also be clustered in the word wasted. Ngayon, wasted. Parang wasted lives. So, sabi namin, ang unang-unang nangyayari kapag ikaw, isang kabataan, na hindi ka ready, ay nag-engage ka sa premarital sex, unang-una nagkakaroon ka ng weak self-image or low self-esteem. Siyempre, let's face the fact na lahat tayo may mga pagpapahalaga sa sarili natin, di ba? Mataas yung self-esteem mo. Tapos, aware ka that you did it. So, kahit pa paano, merong
hiya?
Oo, medyo hiya or medyo mababa. Particularly kung nakatagpo ka ng isang karelasyon na kiss and tell, di ba? So, hindi, sabi namin, syempre ayaw nyo yan, di ba? Another, yung letter A, nag-engage sa premarital sex, could lead to adolescent or teenage pregnancy. They do not know how to protect themselves, di ba? So, alam natin na kahit minsan lang gawin, pwedeng mabuntis. Ang lalaki makabuntis. So, kapag nabuntis, ang tawag dyan, adolescent or teenage pregnancy. Letter S, sexually transmitted infections. Kasi, di ba, dito, lalaki, may double standard pa tayo sa society natin. Minsan, yung mga lalaki na yan na gustong mabinyagan, hindi pumayag ang girlfriend, kukuha ng commercial sex worker. This commercial sex worker, hindi yan safe. So, dyan nila nakukuha minsan yung sexually transmitted infections. Okay pa ng bahagya kung yung STI na yan, yung mga nagagamot. But what if infected pala ng HIV? This HIV cannot be treated yet. Wala pa talagang yan. Pwedeng i-prolong ang life mo. Bigyan ka ng sandamakmak na mga tawag dyan, antibiotics. Pero meron ka na yan. So, sira na agad ang buhay. That's letter S.
Letter T.
Letter T, syempre, tayong Pilipino, mahalaga yung dignidad, dangal. Sabi ko nga, uso pa rin ang virgin. So, nakakuha ka ng boyfriend niya na, or lalaki na kinis and tell ka. So, kahit pa ayaw kang panindigan, dahil nagalaw ka na, syempre, yun lang pala yung gusto sa'yo. So, meron ka na, yung reputation mo, in a way, nagkakaroon ng mancha. Diba?